And therefore, the first thing is sheyismach brothers should be happy. The Yagun should be glad every hour and every moment. The Yichya mamish, but not about the Shem. You should get mamish life. It is a moon in the Eibishter, which is what I told you in the previous shtikela, that the moon has to be an even of lebedikite, right? Because that's the primus of all the mitzvahs. Hamachayo meitiv iman, which gives him life and goodness every moment. A person who is depressed and complained is showing about himself that he has evil, v'yisurim, and suffering. Says the Alter Rebbe, that he's missing something. It's like an applicator. You tell me, this is sensitive. Look at the words. Period. Has the word. Has the word. That's haste. A Yid has to have so much betach and moon in the Meibishten, because otherwise it's a touch of Ikri Adas. And you know and I know that this chos of the Alter Rebbe gave him the chelik, but he wouldn't give us the chelik. Not because we have so much amunah, but because what's the point? And this explains Mekubalim were very, very against depression, like Alter Rebbe mentioned in Perek Chavov and in Kalam Mekemis, because depression means it's a lack of sense that the world is Lashem Ha'aretz U'Mayim. So the Alter Rebbe, a person who has a mood in the Eibush, will never worry. Mishum Yisur Be'em for any suffering in this world, and to the extent that B'chol and Yon, everything has to do with this world, Hein V'lav, Shavin Etzla, yes and no, are exactly the same by him. Bashva, Midas with absolute sameness. This is called in Sifrei Musar Midas Ha'ishtavas. Shivisi Avayel and Negdi Summit. The Baal Shem Tov teaches at Shabbat, right, whether something good happens or bad happens. The Gemara says that Leika Elam Hazeh Elam Haba. In Elam Hazeh, for something good you say Ateva Meitiv, for something bad you say Dayanemis. In Elam Haba, for something bad you're also going to say Ateva Meitiv. And of course the Hasbara is, most people are not on a madrega of saying Ateva Meitiv for bad as well as for good. But the Mishnah says, in other words, the Mishnah says that really, so the Alter Rebbe says, good and bad are exactly the same, absolute sameness. And this is the madrega of David HaMelech. In case you think that tomorrow or next week you're reaching this madrega, so then you can be David HaMelech Yisrael Chavakai. But the Alter Rebbe, Misha Ein Shavin Lei, for a person for whom good and bad are not exactly the same, he's demonstrating about himself that he's Me'ed of Rav, right? What does Me'ed of Rav mean? Me'ed of Rav, from those Nishamis that has not only good in them, that has also not good. And as a result, they do things for themselves. And he loves himself. And this self-love is lotzeis mitachas yad Hashem. It takes him away from the fact that everything comes from the Eibishter. It takes him out from the Eibishter's hand. It says in the Tanya, Elul, but it should be Umas Elul. The life of a goy, b'shvil avosei es atzmei, because of his self-love. Because if we were be'emes, servant to the Eibishter, we wouldn't have this kind of self-love. And if we didn't have this kind of self-love, we would not be sad and depressed when Achman al-Tzan, something terrible happens to us. Yeah, the lashon in the Asher Nikolayev is Hagoyim. Okay? B'chaye Hagoyim. And this is what Alter Rebbe said already in the Ger Sakedesh test. Alter Rebbe said that the only reason we have to support our family first because it's a mitzvah, but not because we love them. Okay, the Kizet Tevlei, Paltiel, and therefore, who chafetz b'chaye b'sodim u'bonim azei, he wants physical life and health, children and health and panasa. Kizet Tevlei is good for him. The Alter Rebbe v'neich leisha nivra, such a person who would be better if he wasn't created. Now I'm telling you, this is sensitive. Ki iker briyas ha'adam be'elam hazeh, the purpose of which person created in this world. What's the answer? Why is man created?
Muna.
Yeah, look at the next line. Who b'shvilin ha'seisiv and the Alter Rebbe changes his mind. For tests. But of course the point is tests of faith, that we should have a strengthening and a revealing of our amunah. Well, Adas says Asher b'levaveh, that the person should know, the Eibusher should know what's in his heart. Im yifne levaveh, if he's going to turn his heart after elikim elikus, and even of acherayim. In other words, if he's going to have a sense that there's a separation within Hashem's world, and therefore the reason I could complain and be depressed is because this part of my life the Eibush is not involved with, which is the Hepech Dinyan of Achdus, which is Elikim Achedim, Sheheim, which is Taivas Haguf, the desires of the body just for the body's sake, Hamishtal Shalom Yisitr Achera, which are a chain reaction from Klipa, Ubehem Uchavet, this is what he desires, or instead, his desire and his want is Lichi, Chaim Amitim, to live a true life. Hamishtal Shalom Elikim Chayim, that comes from the living God, which comes from the Eibush. even though things happen which are not so good, af she'eina yochel. Now, af she'eina yochel, the Tzemach writes tzorech here, or whatever. What does it mean, af she'eina yochel? So in the bracket he says, oh, if his want and his desire is to do what the Eibishter wants, af she'eina yochel liches chayim amitim b'chol, even though we can't do it in the 100% of emes. In other words, he's trying very, very hard to live chayim amitim. Chayim amitim is everything comes from the Eibishter. And it's all for the sake of Avodas Hashem. And ein yirah yer m'mayla, but sometimes it's not. And when a person taka lives that way, v'yamin, he should believe, shebe'emes hu chay bohem, that in truth, he is alive, he's living, he's not chas v'shalom suffering. V'chol tzrachav, v'chol inyanav, all of his needs, and all of his ideas, mishtalshlim be'emes, they are a chain reaction in truth, be'prati preteseim, in their very details. Shalei misit rachar, not from klipa, but rather from the Eibishter. Ki adeshem mitzadei gever. From the Eibishter comes the steps of man. No, he fixes them and he prepares them. Ve'emila v'chulu, the person doesn't even say a word down here, unless it was nigzam and hashamayim. Ve'imkeina, therefore, hakel tei b'tachas, everything is absolutely good. Actually, musig, it's not comprehensible to us. The Rebbe is giving a lesson in b'tachan amiti. The Rebbe once said, I think at the end of the previous Rabbeim, that if a man is drowning in the ocean, and he looks up, and he sees a straw floating on the water, and he reaches to grab that straw. Now, how is the straw going to hold him up? It's impossible. But he grabs for it anyway. It's not pure betachon. That's not yet chut. It brings out what the Eibishter wants for nuns in betachon and nun. And I have to be honest, only the Alter Rebbe could say this. A person must Alter Rebbe. You could say it's Pashtach already. The Alter Rebbe was holding by this Madrega of Shavitz Hashem and Negdi Zomet, so you could tell Ta'achos.
What about that the straw? Like what? It's saying that is.
There's a shtickle teva. It's not pure betachon. He's relying, hoping that something is going to help him save himself, besides for the Eibishter himself. It's not that you're wrong, but it's pure betachon is when there's no straw and you still believe.
Okay.
Says the Rebbe. And a person has this amunah, now comes the point. And if and when a person has this amunah, this is the idea of tzrach good for zayin good, right? This is the Tzemach Tzedek said it, but this is the Alter Rebbe's incarnation. The amunah itself changes the situation; it becomes revealed good. That in a person's amunah shemayim, they believe sharah nidme v'golui, the evil which seems to be revealed. Kocha Yossi, it's all life is meteva, everything comes from the Eibishter, which is good. Shechachmasa is bach the beginning of the Eibishter's chachma, which the Alter Rebbe called before ayin. She'einu musagel, which is beyond comprehension, via Eden shalamal mil haba, which is Eden, which is higher than Gan Eden. Gan Eden is bina, Eden would be chachma. Says the Alter Rebbe harei. So be'emunah zuna, he has a belief that everything comes from chachma. So nich lalu misala be'emes harah meduma b'teiv. So the evil that he sees and construes is lifted up and included in good, ha'elyin, ha'gonus, which is supernal and hidden, and it manifests not just in a good that the Eibush knows it's good, but in a good that he too sees that it's good. This is the Alter Rebbe, this is a classic, very, very famous.